This morning I presented an update on one of our gram-positive drugs, a drug called Teflaro, or ceptairy phosphomyl. We presented an update on the emerging data around treatment of patients with staphylococcal bacteremia, some of the changes that we've made in the administration of that drug, shortening the infusion time that's required for treatment, and generally giving an overview of where we've positioned that drug in the treatment of skin-skin structure infections. Thinking as a clinician, what makes ceptairy very special is the fact that it is a beta-lactam antibiotic with potent activity against MRSA. And again, a key resistance challenge that we faced. In fact, it is the only approved beta-lactam in the US that's been demonstrated to be efficacious in MRSA infections. So I think that's one key point. I think a second point is that the drug is not only an anti-MRSA drug, but it does provide coverage against common gram-negative pathogens that are important in skin-skin structure infections. It's not active against gram-negative bacteria that produce extended spectrum beta-lactamases, but it is active against many of the important pathogens. You know, I think going back over the last decade or so, the big change has been an increasing awareness of the importance of gram-negative pathogens and antibiotic resistance in the gram-negative group of pathogens that we deal with. Earlier on, the concern was around methicillin-resistant Staph aureus and to a certain extent vancomycin-resistant enterococci. And that concern has now shifted to the gram-negative front with a growing awareness that there's a huge urgent unmet medical need in that area. I can tell you from our experience, we've worked very hard to develop an integrated portfolio of products that addresses different aspects of the resistance issues that we face. We have drugs in our portfolio to treat methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, and now with the approval of ceftazidime, avibactam, Avicaz, I think we have a very robust option for the treatment of antibiotic-resistant gram-negative pathogens. So we've really taken the portfolio approach. You know, I like to talk with my team and use the catchphrase, the product is the portfolio. It's not the individual drugs that we're developing, but rather the combination of drugs. And the intent here is to provide the clinician with a family of products, a suite of products that allow them to individualize therapy to the problems that they face with antibiotic resistance in individual patients and their institution and regionally. The next steps again, and I'd come back to the issue of the portfolio. That really where we're directing our attention is to where the holes are in the antibiotic armamentarium. What additional products do we need to work on to address unmet needs? So it's not that we are expanding the label for one drug or for another drug that we currently have to market, but looking for where the need is and attempting to address that need with the development of novel agents. It's you know, really an unusual position to be in terms of coming from the industry side at a time when many large companies have decided to curtail their investment in anti-infectives and antibacterials in particular. Allergan's really stepped forward and I think been very aggressive in trying to build, again, this integrated approach to the resistance problem.